guys, and welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse. I'm my partners, Quaddy and Robert.
Captain Flannel.
Yeah, here we go again. I am J-Man. On this edition, we're going to be giving you...
the video, like 2 seconds, I already made a Captain Flannel joke.
On this edition of the Pulse, I'm going to be giving you guys our WWE Night of Champions 2014 review. You know, it's a typical throwaway pay-per-view here. Nothing really special coming out of it. A shitty ending coming out of it, which we could have predicted. There's some good stuff here and there, but really just, you know, your average WWE throwaway pay-per-view here. And we're going to run it down for you. First up, we had the pre-show, which was the Peep Show with the return of Christian with his guest Chris Jericho. Pretty, you know, predictable stuff that you could think here. The little, you know, comedy duo that, you know, Jericho and Christian used to be. Talking about Jericho's match with Randy. Randy comes on the screen.
Canadian Cool?
Canadian Cool. Yeah. And they also, what was it, Vitamin C?
Yeah.
And then the other fucking name, the Sexy Beasts or whatever. I love that tag team back whenever they were a team back in the day. And we had Randy come on the screen and talk about the match, blah, blah, blah. Predictable kind of shit there. Cool to see Christian back. Hopefully we'll get him in-ring action, not just in-ring segments. So that'll be good to see. But a nice little... kind of classic scene with, you know, some all-time favorites of all of us in this segment here, starting out the Night of Champions.
Yeah, it was pretty, just having Christian
cool
out there on TV, you know, hopefully get him in the ring, either feuding with Randy, feuding with Jericho, or something where you can show his talent.
Yeah. Fun little start there with Christian, Jericho, and Randy. Nothing really special. Did not have a match in the pre-show. We got to the official card. We had the WWE Tag Titles and Lion Champions. The Usos went up against Golden Stardust.
Actually, one of the best matches of the night. This pay-per-view started here and ended here. Just the Usos being champions for a while now, and just seeing what Stardust and Goldust have done, just kind of beating people in Raw, just kind of, it's like Cody Rhodes, they had to push him all the way down and then build him back up as Stardust. And just finally seeing him, you know, win the titles. You know, we did a new champions crowned here. Once again, Cody Rhodes is a tag team champion. I guess in Vince's eyes, that's all Cody can do. But it's nice seeing Cody with gold, along with Goldust, and just watching them build up. Yeah, they beat the Usos. Usos is probably one of the better tag teams WWE's had in a while. Hopefully, with everything going on in NXT, there could be some other tag teams rise up and kind of make the tag division to the level it used to be, unlike some of the garbage we've had lately. But it's good to see new champions, and it's good to see Goldust and Stardust as the champions right now.
Yeah, pretty decent start to the show there for the tag titles. Next up, we had the U.S. title line when champion Sheamus went up against Cesaro. I was really looking forward to this one. These guys both just work great with each other. Said that in the preview. These guys just have great chemistry. For two really big guys, really athletic guys, we got to give Kristen some props for her boy Sheamus, who's really improved his in-ring work over the past year or so. Just wasn't ever a person I would go into a match and thinking like, oh, this is going to be some really quality stuff. But really, when he started to work with Daniel Bryan back around, I guess it's been like 2 years now, back around 2012, those matches they had were great. And then he had to work with some really shitty guys for a little time there. But when he is in there, like Robert and I were talking about, with a quality talent, that guy can really pull it out of him. And obviously, you're in there with Cesaro, one of the best workers in the entire world.
Top five.
So really good stuff here. Had a nice little false finishes towards the end here. Cesaro looked really good. Hopefully we get him back on track. Get him with a new goddamn theme song, because that thing is just garbage. But yeah, really solid stuff here. I would say definitely one of the ones to check out if you are going to check out this show, because it's a pretty solid one in the middle of the card. And Sheamus ended up getting the win. Got the bro kick out of the corner. And both guys really looked good in this matchup, and one that was definitely enjoyable. And Sheamus retaining the U.S. title in that matchup there. Next up, before we had the IC title between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, we had just the motherfuckers that Florida Georgia bullshit fucking
Florida Georgia line
country fucking
or gay Y2J gay Heath Slater.
You had to.
I had to say
steal my goddamn line. These motherfuckers.
You have written down, too.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
These motherfuckers, there's two of these guys. I don't know how many people are in this fucking gay ass,
I think two.
Shitty country fucking band. I don't even know who the fuck they are. But the motherfuckers look like a gay version of Chris Jericho and Heath Slater. I swear to God. It's like if there was fucking gay twin sidekicks for them in alternative life, that's who they were. So they were on flannel. They didn't wear flannel, and unfortunately.
Who wears flannel? What are you talking about, Quiet?
I don't think they did. And they were not Ninja Warriors. And they were on commentary for the IC title matchup here. There's too many hashtag inside jokes on this episode.
Way too many hashtag inside jokes.
Many. God damn it.
We love Quaddy.
We had
No,
the
no, you can't turn this on me. You can't stand on this
I said
me,
you're
American
great.
Ninja Warrior Flannel Plaid Boy.
Let's get this back on track, guys. We had the IC title line when champion Dolph Ziggler went up against The Miz.
Just see having the Miz come out with his sidekick Damian Sandow, and then our Ziggler coming out. I'm saying if you see our Ziggler and Dolph together, it's like you got to look twice to see who's who. They're that close to twins.
Robert, we don't need to have the racism fucking element in here. We did those in previous episodes.
No racism.
Racism at its best.
Yes.
Hashtag Ferguson.
God damn it. Hashtag too soon.
That's why we're wearing black tonight.
Okay, whoa, man. Whoa. Robert, continue.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
I forgot. Totally lost my train of thought on that one. Okay. These two Florida Georgia Line end up. Sandow was mocking him a little bit.
Can we just talk about the match? What happened? Your opinion on it?
Well, I'm
Your
getting there.
feelings towards the future of this great title?
When Sandow got attacked by the country band.
We're still talking about those motherfuckers?
Well, our Ziggler.
This is what I missed.
Right
Yeah,
about,
doozy.
ran after him up the road stage, and oh my God, totally
It's not your night, man. It's
No,
just
it's really not
road.
my night.
It's not
no.
your
Going up the road.
Well, because Sandow came back out and went to interfere in the match, and Ziggler ended up super kicking Sandow off the ringside. Miz ended up getting the pin and new Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
I'm really starting to contemplate why people actually watch our show. I feel
Who's
sorry.
this?
I feel sorry for you guys. I
What?
This is why they watch, because of
The Miz somehow wins back the fucking Intercontinental title.
Yay!
Couldn't tell you why. I don't know why Robert's clapping. I hope it's sarcastically, because god damn it.
To beat Dolph Ziggler.
Fucking why?
In order for The Miz to beat Dolph Ziggler, yeah, that was sarcasm. Dolph deserves to be champion. Deserves a long reign as
How about
champion.
just The Miz doesn't deserve anything? Let alone, I mean, Dolph may deserve this or that. The Miz doesn't deserve
The Miz
jack shit.
did main event WrestleMania. So.
Yeah, that was in 2011.
And
What
then
year is it again?
And then the following year, he wasn't even on WrestleMania card.
So, you just literally defunct your own point that you just made.
Defunct?
Defunctosaurus your own fucking point there.
Funkasaurus.
Next up, well, not really next up. We had a segment with the Money in the Bank holder, Seth Rollins, coming out, shitting on Roman Reigns, which we didn't even talk about. Roman Reigns we're just on point tonight. Roman Reigns suffering a hernia, taking it up the ass a little bit too much. Too much fisting, man. See, we fucking foresaw that future. Is that right? I don't know. But yeah, suffering an incarcerated hernia or some bullshit. It's plugging into his fucking small intestine. I don't fucking know, whatever. So they did surgery on that. He's going to be out for, I don't know, I saw 4 weeks. But
4 to 6 weeks, up to 6
saying,
months.
Yeah, because that's 4 to 6 weeks, up to 12 years. I don't know. He might be out for the rest of his life.
Till Royal Rumble, probably. He's at Royal Rumble.
knows?
He'll
What
come
about
back-
Survivor Series?
Could be, let's hope not.
Oh.
Could be the end of the year, beginning of the year. Who
Probably
knows?
Royal Rumble. Come back at Rumble, win it.
Could be at Hell in a Cell. Who fucking knows?
Unfortunately.
But
He can be back
Rollins
Monday, fuck
coming
it.
out, he could. Rollins coming out shitting on Reigns, saying he couldn't, fucking compete, couldn't do this and that, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck, couldn't be man enough. to
Because
come out
Rollins
with
is
his
better.
injury. Rollins then had an open challenge to anybody in the back, and then we saw a taxi roll up, and Ambrose comes flying out of it and have his return after taking him out to go shoot his movie, and because he's getting better crowd reactions and he's more over than the two guys are trying to push, which is just fact. Coming in, a nice, cool little return here, coming in, doing a little brawl through the crowd with Rollins. That's good to see. Hopefully that'll lead to maybe a Hell in a Cell match between the two, which would be really, really awesome to see next month at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Our Halloween review.
Yeah, our Halloween pretty close to episode that'll be next month. So yeah, a little fun segment here. Had Tripp and the Authority and all them come out and fucking basically hog-tied Ambrose up and took him out, and just setting up Ambrose's character here for the future and everything that's going on here. I just love it. Everything about Dean Ambrose is just fantastic, and everything that they're building up here and how they're really making him that just lunatic type character. It comes over so naturally because that's just who he is. That's what he's been his entire indie career coming in before WWE, and that's that type of character, and he just plays it to a T. And his future just looks so bright, as long as with Seth Rollins as well. So seeing these two guys together, it's really just probably the most fresh thing that we are seeing in the WWE right now, and hopefully we get a continuation on that feud and going into the future. So good stuff there with the setup into the future with Rollins and Ambrose there. Next up, we had, again, the battle between U.S. and Russia, between Mark Henry and Rusev. Man, they set this motherfucker up hardcore. Having Mark Henry do the promo in the back with Big Show and getting his whole new gear with the American flag on it. Representing 318 million motherfuckers out there, Mark. Are you ready? Fucking yeah, that's what I do. I would say something else, but I'm not going to do it. Does Cal still watch us? That's why I won't do it.
Cal likes Roman Reigns. He's probably crying.
Oh, he's not watching us then, that's for sure. Had him with his new gear on, had him come out, and fucking Lillian sang the fucking national anthem.
And Mark Henry cried during
Henry crying, bawling his eyes out, and Lillian just fucking passionate as shit into that. I'm like, wow, they're really, really trying to put over Rusev here. Because, I mean, this is all just building. They're just building blocks. I'm like, God, how much fucking shit can we put on Rusev to just finally get him to a point where people will give a shit about him? So that's the whole entire time. It's like, oh, wow, they're just adding more on. Just like adding layers to a fucking cake or something. Like, it's not going to work. I don't care what you fucking do. You could have him come out there and, I don't even know, like, just fucking if Captain America was a real human being, come out there and just fucking put him over, or, Rusev over. It's like, it's not going to work. But Rusev getting the win here with the accolade finish, dropping the flag. It's just, we said it in the preview. It's not 1987. I can't give a shit about this because it's just, I can't.
Does anybody?
But at the end of the
I don't know.
But at the end of
I
the
really
year,
don't know.
when it's John Cena versus Rusev, people will care. I think.
Are you going to be able to watch that with the tryouts? Or is that next year? Or the end of the year?
Couple years.
Is it? Are you going to be too busy jumping over like flaming pools of water or hanging from skyscrapers?
Are you going to try for the wipeout first and then do that?
Wipeout looks pretty cool. If you jumped on some big ass balls, Robert, that would be pretty fucking entertaining. I mean,
we have
that
one
would
there.
You get to meet John Anderson. I mean, he's a fucking Sports Center anchor, man.
Damn straight.
I mean, fuck.
That's my cat.
My cat? You have a cat? Yeah. And his name's John Anderson. Hashtag John Anderson cat. Hashtag Flannel Warrior. Whatever you want to do. Ninja
Hashtag
Warrior.
Plaid Warrior.
Rusev getting the win here. Continuing.
God
to
damn it,
try
I just thought of
to
another idea for his Halloween costume.
Oh, God.
This is going to be
We'll save
fucking
it.
awesome.
October, watch out, people, for October. We got some shit planned for you.
I'll be skipping Hell in a Cell.
Next up.
It doesn't matter.
God. We had the matchup here between really two veterans and some of our favorites for sure, between Y2J Chris Jericho and Randy Orton. Solid stuff here. Pretty much we knew that Jericho would be heading out. His WWE run's probably coming to an end around Night of Champions. I think tomorrow might be his last night, or might have been tonight. I know he's got the tour with Ozzy coming up, and he does these little periods of runs, which is great to see Jericho in that. If we get to see him at all, at least we get to see him in these kind of capacities. With Randy Orton here, solid stuff. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I mean, I would have enjoyed it any matter, it came. If it's Chris Jericho and Randy Orton, so I'm all for it. Randy looked good here. Jericho looked great, as they always do. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. There was no build to this. There was nothing to this. It was kind of just a send-off. It was kind of, we need to reestablish Randy Orton in any way possible, and we'll throw him out there with Chris Jericho, and hopefully people will start to give a shit that he got a credible win over a multi-time world champion and a future Hall of Famer in Chris Jericho. But that's pretty much what we got out of it, and we knew exactly what was going into it, what they were going to do, what the plan was, and they executed it and put on a solid match, and that's what we got here with Jericho and Randy Orton. Randy getting the win over Jericho in this one.
It seems like they just need something for Jericho to do since he's leaving. And Randy's like, hey, fuck, I'll do it. But it was nice, like J-Man said, just to have it kind of, hopefully Jericho goes off in the distance, and we'll see him here shortly as he goes after Tour Fonzie.
Fonzie?
Fozzie, whatever. I'm half asleep.
Hey! God, what was that Andre the Giant playing Fonzie? What the fuck was that? Oh,
Brock
God.
Lesnar.
Who?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, okay. This is a good match overall. You can never go wrong with Jericho and Randy Orton.
Yeah, just when this match kind of built 2 weeks ago on Raw, I was kind of psyched for it. I'm like, finally a match on the card we can actually watch. Why not just put the title on it and get rid of the other title match? But Jericho's going to go away for a few months to do his tour, and he'll be back probably first of the year, right around WrestleMania. Probably, try to help build another young guy like he did with Bray Wyatt. Just seeing Randy Orton actually get a chance to wrestle somebody with quality, unlike Roman Reigns. It was actually good to see, and with Randy getting the win, it was a good lead off to whatever his next feud's going to be.
Yep. Go in there between Jericho and Randy. Next matchup, we have the triple threat match for the Divas title between champion Paige, AJ Lee, and Nikki Bella.
Yeah, technically there should have only been 2 people in this match. And then Nikki went into Vince's office, sucked his dong, and pretty much got put in this match.
I don't think John's going to like that very much.
Yeah, but I guess you haven't seen Total Divas.
Well, I guess if you think about it, I'm sure John's been in that same position before.
Both on their knees, just sucking dong.
Was it Vince or Tripp, though? Isn't Tripp running everything? Stephanie put Nikki in
This is
it.
getting really weird, man. A lot of dick sucking going on. Hashtag unnecessary dick sucking.
Hey, Plaid Boy down there, push it down. Overall, pretty decent match for who's in this. We know Paige and AJ can fucking run laps around Nikki or any divas currently.
Except Natalia.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably so.
They can.
They
Okay.
can.
They can.
I wish we could have saw the AJ Paige feud continue on, but just adding somebody else in there makes it more interesting. I guess. Really,
Nice
I can't
with
tell.
that fuse and everything going on.
Wish Paige would have retained. Nice to give it to somebody who actually could do something with the title in AJ. They're probably going to continue on Hell in a Cell. Hopefully they add a stip or something to make this a little more exciting, but it doesn't really need a stip because these two can go all night. So.
Yeah. You actually got a pretty sick video package with this match.
Yeah, I know. Well, when was the last time we saw that number?
Well, it's deserving with who's in there.
And then we had that great interview with
Brie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Wasn't a great.
Why?
Interview. I don't know.
Because Brie's Nikki's sister.
Right. And Tamina Snuka is who?
Who's Charlotte?
Who's Charlotte?
But they weren't in the title match. So.
Natalia is whose daughter?
Tyson Kidd's married to who?
Uh,
And the Usos are related to who?
AJ Lee, the new Divas champion, that matchup. Damn it. Shit. Paige losing the title there. And actually, I actually enjoyed it. Pretty solid work between the three.
Like I said, I wasn't upset with it, but it's nice seeing which Paige would have continued on through a little run there. But
yeah, the trend of flip-flopping the titles, which we saw on this one, it's like whatever. It's like, oh, you could have it now.
hey, at least
You could
Nikki
have
didn't
now.
get it.
True, that would have been really bad. But AJ...
We may have lost remote then.
Probably. Yeah,
And
or
TV.
just would have punched the TV. AJ, the new Divas champion, that matchup there. Next matchup, we had the WWE World Title on line when champion Brock Lesnar went up against John Cena. More of the same, but just completely opposite. They tried to just completely flip the script and have Cena be the dominant one and hit the AA in like 30 seconds and a 1 count and had just Cena look like he was trying to be the dominant one. You had Lesnar with the dominant moments and just basically trying to flip the script. I mean, they literally, there was nothing different. They did the exact same thing, but just had Cena do everything different. He had Cena hit, I think, what did he hit, 3 AAs in that?
4.
He had 4 AAs in there. Went for the, STF, and then we had...
3 STFs.
The Kimura, here we go. I had the fucking Kimura locked in like 17 times. You want to correct
Twice.
me? Thank you. Which was more of the same. I mean, it's just, I don't care. Like, just fucking stop doing this. There's no more need to elaborate on any of it. It's just more of the fucking same. They just switched it around. That's your throwaway pay-per-view for you, main event. That's exactly what you got. The finish, you had I guess that would be the 4th AA done, which would have been correct. Then you had Seth Rollins come out, go for the cash-in. Really looked like he was going to cash in here. They really sold us pretty well on it. Had him at the curb stomp before he cashed in the briefcase. Gave the briefcase to the ref and went in and tried to go in. Cena took him out, which makes literally absolutely no sense. I mean, wouldn't John Cena want Brock Lesnar to get beat so then he could just go? Because he's only beaten Seth Rollins 17 fucking times. So that theory really makes a lot of sense. Yeah, had him go for that and then never rang the bell for it, and that was it. So, I mean, there's the DQ finish, which is a predictable finish, which I really didn't think about, but when, you see it happen, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Because, I mean, how are you going to have Cena just get destroyed 2 months in a row? How are you not going to give it back to Cena with what they already did? They needed to just do it. There's nothing else to do. It just shows how stale that scene is and the main event scene is right now. There's just nothing to do. So, I mean, this is what you get. I mean, that's just really, the unfortunate case of what's going on. And we just like to say hello to Daniel Bryan. We miss you because this would be a whole lot better if you were here right now. because this shit wouldn't be happening.
Can you imagine a Seth Rollins cash in on Daniel Bryan?
I mean, it would be a hell of a lot better. Anything would be a hell of a lot better than fucking watching this shit, because it's just whatever. Like, why the fuck should no one should fucking care about this? Because if you can't see this a mile away, that it's just your throwaway shit. It's just shit that is what you have to do. It's like, well, I mean, we don't have any other cards to play, so I mean, this is all we got. Here you go. You want to watch it? I guess. Like, no, I don't actually want to watch that. So that's what we got here with the End of Night Champions. Pretty predictable, DQ finish after you think about it. The Rollins cash in. Yeah, and we're probably just going to get now a Hell in a Cell match between Brock Lesnar and John Cena. So look out for that action coming next month.
When's the last time Lesnar was in Hell in a Cell? Was it against Taker? Or did he have one?
Yeah, I think it was probably 2002. With Taker. Yep.
That match was pretty decent.
That was really good. That was back when Brock Lesnar professionally wrestled.
And
for a living.
That was actually a great feud build up too.
It was.
I don't know what we're getting out of this, but
we're just talking about good things. And
yeah, I was trying to get on the good side of this, and just realizing we're got fucking shit handed to us. There's so much you could do differently with this main event scene. There's so much talent you have in the back, and then we get to fed the same shit. And we thought after SummerSlam's main event, we would need a rematch at Night of Champions main event. Like, I don't. No. But with Rollins cashing in, you could do so much different shit because you had a feud already going with Rollins and Ambrose. You could do a lot of shit with Rollins from the whole the Shield background. I'm just beginning the tip of the iceberg. What can you do with Cena?
Go shoot a movie, maybe. What movie you gotta go shoot, Robert?
It was Trainwreck.
Trainwreck.
I thought he already shot it.
How apropos. Maybe he did. Maybe he could just go shoot the extras or
maybe he can go
Trainwreck 2.
Maybe he can shoot himself in the fucking penis and die. Only after this fantasy draft I need points. I don't know. There's so much shit that's just kind of, I don't know, main event's garbage. A lot of these titles are garbage right now. They just don't have any backbone to it. It's like we were talking, J-Man quoted it perfectly, it's just a fucking piece of candy now. And it's just like, oh, you did good there. You get the title. Good job, guy. What? You have nothing built behind him? You have no push? Like, I remember beginning watching wrestling, and J-Man taught me, you see the shit get built behind wrestlers. They have to have a backbone for the title to make sense. You can't just be like, hey, Rock, you're back. Congratulations, you get the title.
Yep.
What? You were gone for how long, and you get what?
Yep.
Huh? This writing is just complete garbage. Main event's garbage. Everything's just kind of a bleh. It's sad. TNA may be kind of more exciting right now than WWE.
Yep.
I understand you have a throwaway after your big pay-per-view in SummerSlam, but when you just fucking show us this...
I mean, not coming up in the next couple weeks if anybody's seen spoilers, but lately, yeah.
We don't read spoilers.
I don't at all.
But just what the shit you've given us. Okay, Hell in a Cell, woohoo! And then what am I looking for?
And you know what? At Hell in a Cell, we're guaranteed at least one Hell in a Cell match. Watch out for that, guys. At the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, there's gonna be one Hell in a Cell match.
Well, yeah, but look at the Royal Rumble. There's one Royal Rumble match. So Hell in a Cell.
I just meant like it's.
I know
it's
like,
like,
stupid. I know.
I fucking know. But the Royal Rumble's a 60-minute match that's been built up for 20 years, and the prestige that it goes on.
One.
Hell in a Cell. We're gonna have this given pay-per-view, you guys. We're gonna have at least one of them. We're gonna name the whole fucking pay-per-view, the whole 3 hours. Hell in a Cell. We're gonna have one of those motherfuckers in there. Yeah. Why don't we just have a pay-per-view called Singles Match? We're gonna have one of those fucking singles matches in there, and you're gonna fucking jizz your goddamn
Fatal 4-way all over again.
Pretty much.
Why, John? Why? I mean, why John Cena would stop Seth Rollins from cashing in on Lesnar with everything that Lesnar's put Cena through in the last 2 months? It just makes no sense. None of what WWE is doing really in the main event makes sense. Like the guys were saying, this is kind of a throwaway just to get to Hell in a Cell. They'll end the feud, the Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, I hope they got to.
Yeah.
With Cena and Lesnar, then go on to Survivor Series. We'll probably, unfortunately, get Lesnar versus Big Show.
What?
What?
That's what I read. But anyway.
Robert's Grapevine. That's where he's Watch out. I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down that vineyard.
Hold on. Was that before or after you trained? Were you sweating? Because we know how Brock Lesnar sweats. And you're
I think he read it while he was climbing a tree. like in the process of climbing a tree.
We know how much we saw Brock Lesnar sweat like 9 gallons of sweat tonight.
He did.
So and you're
Again,
and you're like half related to him because you look like him.
He did.
So
Not really. I'm better looking than Brock Lesnar.
How many
so.
sweat?
well,
How many
guy.
sweat drips did Brock Lesnar sweat out?
Where's
tonight?
your sword?
Was it 2.3?
I'd never mind. Don't want to go down that road.
But yeah, just
Bedtime yet?
It's about
hopefully Rollins would have actually got the cash in, but he was stopped. So at least he still got the briefcase. The bell never rang, so it
God.
never ended. So thankfully,
Yeah, the cash that in and had him lose that. Talk about
Damien Sandow number 2.
would have been even
But,
worse than that.
So yeah, it was just WWE right now is just horrible. They just kind of go whoop. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens next month.
Yep.
Hell in a Cell. What Hell in a Cell match?
Yep. So we have a DQ finish there, and Lesnar still holding on to the WWE World Championship. And this will now wrap up our WWE Night of Champions 2014 review. For my for my partner's quad and the American Dragon Flannel Ninja Slayer Truth. I am J-Man, and thank you guys for watching another edition of the Pro Wrestling Pulse. The Pulse of Professional Wrestling.
Denim boy!